What's up, everybody? This is Elden Green Jr., another edition of Mentality. We're going to talk about some things today. It's going to be fun. Now, I just came from the gym, got my workout on. Probably a little bit more working out than Eagles wide receiver Riley Cooper has been doing right now because he's been dismissed from team activities. No telling when he's coming back. And he's going to be the topic of today's video. We're going to talk about, you ready? The N-word. The N-word. Nigger. Yes, we're going to talk about that today. And I'll start off by saying this. I'm not as outraged as everybody else is about him using the word. I'm really not. Call me a Sambo, coon, whatever, but I'm just not. I just think it was just, he threw out what was inside of him. But can we blame him? I'm going to tell you why. The man works in a profession where he works with primarily black guys, young rich black guys. Probably throw around this term all the time. Now, we know black people will say there's a difference in the connotation of the word N-I-G-G-A and the word N-I-G-G-E-R. People say, we've taken the power away from this word. We converted it to something that's complimentary to other black folks. That's the biggest load of hogwash. It's still the same word. We know the history of the word. We know what it means. We know what it denotes. Let's stop this. I think these are some of the same people that also say that they can call their homegirl a bish, B-I-S-H, but she can only call her that. If somebody else call her that, they're going to take it as the B-I-T-C-H word. That's a load of hogwash too. Bourgeois, humbug, whatever you want to call it. It's retarded. It's the same word. Let me call my woman, girl, you my bish. The next video I have, I'm going to have two black eyes. Come on now. We know the denigration of this word. We know what it means. I'm not going to absolve him from this because it was a reprehensible act. It was a reprehensible term that he used, and the way he did it, he was enraged, and he was angered, and he was putting it out there that he wanted to whip him in the ass. We know this, but how many times we've been angry, we've said something? It's crazy. We've had other examples lately in sports. Kobe Bryant called an official during a game fag. Called him a fag. Roy Hibbert of the Indiana Pacers, during a press conference after a game, used the phrase no homo. Gays went crazy. Gays went crazy over both facts. We all know Kobe was fined $100,000. Roy Hibbert was fined, I think, $50,000. Riley Cooper has been fined an undisclosed substantial amount. But it's not good enough for some people. They want him to be suspended. They said the commissioner of football, Roger Goodell, should have fined him and suspended him. And why did he just leave the punishment up to the team? Well, let's see. Let's analyze these three stories. Kobe Bryant was on the clock. He was at work on the clock, talked about an official, denigrated him right in front of everybody, a stadium full of 20,000 people, called him a fag. Not everybody heard it, but we know what he said. Roy Hibbert was in front of a microphone, had a chance to think about what he was saying, and said it on the clock. Represent the NBA on the clock. Riley Cooper, we got to do things in context. Riley Cooper was at a concert, not on the clock. Even though he was at Lincoln Field, he wasn't wearing the Eagles uniform. Not saying what he said was wrong, was not wrong, but he wasn't on the clock. So why should he be suspended and find a whole enormous amount of money for something he did off the clock? What if that was us? We say a lot of crazy things when we're not on the clock. I don't walk around in my uniform all the time when I'm not at work, but if I say or do something, it's going to be reflective about, to my profession, limited, maybe a little bit of what I do, but should I be fined and suspended for every little thing I do outside of work? On my job for it? I know Riley Cooper, he's representative of the NFL. He's supposed to uphold a standard. He's supposed to be this. But look at it. His own quarterback. I'm going to mess with Michael Vick because it's true. He's a felon. Served time in jail. We got a guy in the league, still in the league now, Dante Starwood, who killed the guy. accidentally. He was absolved from it, served his time. We have rapists. We have other guys in the league who've done things, felons, misdemeanors, and stuff like that. They served their time. They're still in the league. They're still doing their thing. So why are people calling for Riley Cooper's head? Why? I don't understand why. I just feel like I'm saying. I feel like I'm saying this all over again. Because we just had the same thing with Paula Deen. Everybody wanted to crucify her, chop her head off, and serve her to the dogs. Couple mistakes in what she said. Hey, the guy got fined. We're gonna see what happens in the next couple of weeks. I don't think he should be cut. I don't think he should lose his profession or lose his way of living off of something he said off the clock. These are not apple to apples arguments. Yeah, he's a representative, but hey, give him a little fine. Let him go and be on his way, because you know why? Like I said, keep it in context. The court of public opinion, because he did this in public, not on the clock, will be his judge. When those guys, when he run across the pattern, across the middle, and one of these sages come up and knock his snot out, then that'll be his punishment. Because then he'll see the object of his rage come back to bite him. I think that's punishment enough. He's already going to sensitivity training. I know some people, oh, well, counseling don't work. And, hey, he's forced to go. He might learn something. I think overall he's been very contrite about what he said. Like I said before, with Paula Deen, people don't care about apologies. They're not sincere enough for them. To me, I can look at him. If the body language is telling me he's being sincere, we forgave Michael Vick. We forgave a lot of other athletes for things they've done. Forget the white boy. Let him be. Not a big deal to me. Not outraged. Another reason why I'm not outraged, because, like I said, we throw it around all the time. Now, you want to take the power away from the word? You want it to be not as stinging? Stop commercializing the word nigga. I'll explain what commercializing the word nigga means. Every other rap song, every other rap this, every other part of black culture, we market the word nigga. We put it in everything. We sell it, package it up, market it, sell it. Stop doing it. Eradicate the word. It's going to be one thing or the other. Let everybody say it or eradicate it. But we don't want that, because, that'll be World War III all over again. We'll be saying, oh, we're going back to slavery, we're going back to segregation. But you don't want to eradicate it either. Oprah Winfrey and I think Morgan Freeman said recently she don't want any friends that use the word. I think y'all respect her opinion. Everybody else respects her opinion. So why we can't just, there's an Oprah. We read our books in our book club and stuff like that. Let's listen to Oprah. But nobody want to change. You want to hold that to yourself. This is our word. We're taking the power word from, and we want to just use it on our own, and nobody else can use it. Like calling a Jew a kike, a homosexual a faggot, and all these other words that kind of, or Asian, chink, Mexican spick. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They don't call each other those things. You don't see a white boy calling a boy, hey, honky. Hey, white boy, hey, honky. Come here, honky. Two white boys don't say that to each other. So why we got to hold on to this word at all? So, I mean, it's simple to me. Other people not listening. I've also had a YouTube personality I really respect. He talked about the story of Riley Cooper. He also said that we should be appalled as black people because it shows how much the public in America thinks about us, about the small sentence in his opinion that Riley Cooper got for saying what he said. My opinion is, we know where we at as a country, but we don't need this example. We just had George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin. Not going down that road again. The show is that, but I don't think this is an example of that. He also went on to say that Riley is going to get off scot-free. His Twitter volume has expanded since saying what he said. Okay, so what? He's become a little bit more of a celebrity. Okay, like I said, I'm not championing anything Riley Cooper said. But before we start judging, let's judge ourselves with the same measure of judgment. We've opened the door for this word to be used. We've opened the door. It's thrown around in front of white folks time and time again. And I've been guilty of myself. I had a friend in the Air Force that let one white boy in my life call me nigga, my nigga, stuff like that. A good friend in the Air Force, Jackson. Jackson, he was a white boy. But, hey, he come up, hang out with us, was cool with us. Hey, you my nigga. He called us, hey, you my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Jokingly, whatever, whatever. But the funny thing about it is, we didn't like him saying it when we was around new black people that didn't get us, didn't know us, or around other white people that didn't know us because the stinging nature of the word. I wonder why it is. There was also a player. I don't think he plays for Raleigh Cooper, but there's another NFL player just recently, yesterday, came out and said that he what did he say? He said that it's okay in locker rooms that they've had their white teammates call them nigga. It's cool inside the locker room. It's like, you're my nigga, I'm your nigga, just like, my white friend Jackson. But outside of the locker room, no. I wonder why is that? Because we know how America thinks. And we know how America views things. And seeing a white boy, a random white boy you don't know, and a random white guy you don't know, black guy and white guy, call each other nigga, gonna look a certain way to another person who doesn't know them. So, like I said again, here's your choices. Eradicate the word, throw it away, and we want to worry about it no more. Or let everybody say it. Your choice. We'll see how this video goes over. I love it. If I don't stir up mess, it's a stir up mess. I'm just giving you my 5 cents. I think it's a little bit more than 2 cents because I actually think about what I say before I say it. And I think my opinion matters to somebody out there. So, I'm sure I'm going to get some response for this. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Love y'all. Later.